Hey everybody, Professor Benelou here with a short video discussing Unit 4 discussion board. This is going to be the first of two in a series of short videos explaining this assignment. Remember everybody, you have two major writing assignments in this course. You had Unit 2 discussion board and then now Unit 4 discussion board. The good news is Unit 4 discussion board is very similar to Unit 2 discussion board, which is building on what we did in Unit 2DB. So not to worry. Okay, this short video will be discussing the assignment in general, and then the second short video will be going over the four topics that you can choose from. There are four in this assignment where Unit 2DB had six. All of them are very interesting. All of them have plenty of research material available. Just dive into the one you feel interests you the most. Okay, so the first topic is Reaganomics. This is an article called Remarks on Signing the Economic Recovery Tax Act of 1981 and the Omnibus Budget Reconciliation Act of 1981. So this is an article which is an interview with President Ronald Reagan regarding those two laws. So that's the Reaganomics topic. The second topic you can choose from is the First Gulf War. This is a speech. The primary document is a speech that President George H.W. Bush gave in front of the United Nations General Assembly, October 1990, called Iraqi Aggression in Kuwait. Okay, third topic is the rise of conservatism. This is Pat Buchanan's famous culture war speech, his address to the Republican National Convention in 1992. And last but not least is the 1987 speech that President Ronald Reagan gave called Tear Down This Wall. It was given in front of the Berlin Wall in June of 1987. This is the end of the Cold War topic. Okay. So Unit 4 DB is broken down into four sections where Unit 2 DB was broken down into three. It's very similar. Again, we're just building on what we did in Unit 2 DB. The context section worth 15 points. Name the document you chose to analyze. Who's the creator of the document? Briefly describe the creator of the document. When and where was the document created? Very similar to Unit 2 DB. Okay, so the second section is the summary, very similar to Unit 2 DB. Write a brief summary of the source. What's the topic or issue of the source? What are the creator's main points about the topic? And what is one interesting thing said in the source? Okay, the third section is the connections point section, which is worth 10 points. How does this source connect to Unit 4 learning materials? How does it help you better understand that moment in American history? How does it help you to better understand Unit 4 and Telepath? Does this source support what you already knew about the topic? If so, how? Or does this source change the way you think about this topic? If so, how? That's the connections section worth 10 points. Then finally, the issue today section worth 10 points. Identify how the issue in the document relates to American life today. How is this document still relevant to us in 2020? You want to use specific examples to explain your points. So this, my dear students, is what is expected of you for Friday, June 12th, when you complete your original post. Okay, so your peer responses are worth 5 points, and your peer responses are due Tuesday, June 16th. Okay, remember you have the two due dates for this assignment, just like you did with Unit 2 DB. And there's a little twist this time. Each of your responses must be at least 100 words in length. All right. And again, my students are wonderful and you are incredibly supportive of each other, but you can't leave it at great job, John. You really covered everything that you needed to when discussing, the Tear Down This Wall speech. I'm looking forward to reading your next post. Well, that's incredibly supportive. You want to go beyond that and you want to tailor your post to your classmates' post. And don't be intimidated by the 100 words, because if you tailor your post to your classmates' post and you answer the following four questions, you will have absolutely no problem meeting the 100-word length guideline. So what did you learn from your classmates' post? Are there connections between their document and the unit materials that they did not mention? I love that question. It's a thinking outside the box question. Are there connections between what you learned from your source and what you learned about their source? And finally, what clarification do you need regarding the post? Okay, so general requirements for this assignment. All sources used to complete this project should be cited using APA format, both in-text citations and references. Highly recommend checking out the C2 Undergraduate Writing Style Guide. One of my very first announcements in this class is how to access it. And also one of my first announcements in this class is regarding the Writing Center. The Writing Center is absolutely fabulous. Check it out. You're paying tuition here, so why not use these incredible resources like the Style Guide, the Writing Center, and our C2 library is absolutely fabulous. Why not use our library as well? Okay. So this is the Unit 4 grading criteria sheet that I'll be using to grade your Unit 4 DB. So context, student identified the creator, including a brief description. Student identified when and where the document was created. My comments, how many points out of 15? Summary, student fully summarized the document, identifying the main topic, the main points, and at least one interesting detail. My comments, how many points out of 20? Connection, student identified connection between the primary source and e-learning material. Student included a discussion of how the source expanded or changed their previous knowledge. How does reading this source help you better understand the Unit 4 learning materials and in particular in Telepath? My comments, how many points out of 10? Student identifies how the issue in the documents relates to American life today. Student evaluates the ways in which the issue has been evolved. Student uses specific examples displaying their points. My comments, how many points out of 10? Peer responses. You respond to each of your classmates by June 16th and your responses are 100 words in length. You will get the 10 points. Okay, easy. Peer response content or response content. Peer responses adds new depth or insight into the current conversation, encourages further conversation. I feel encourages further conversation is pretty key. My comments, how many points out of 5? Academic writing. Student uses proper spelling, punctuation, and grammar to write clearly and effectively. References, if provided, are in APA format. My comments, how many points out of 5? I total it up out of 75. Okay. So the due date, the original post is June 12th, 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. And the response posts are due June 16th by 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, this is it for this short video. I will see you in a few for the second video where we discuss the topics.